Hi, Schlockmeister fans, another re-review from my previous channel from Code Red 6-pack Volume 2. This one's called Naughty Schoolgirls. Let's check it out. So as the film title would suggest, we have a bunch of schoolgirls.
Her boyfriend is in the closet, and she's getting undressed, and he sees all this, and doesn't she know? Doesn't she care?
No, she doesn't know. She didn't know. I'm sure she would have cared if she knew.
As you would suspect from a film called Naughty Schoolgirls, we are treated as some schoolgirls naked. Of course, I can't show you that. Trust me, it's there. So apparently the school bell is broken and the girls want to get a new one. But it's going to cost $500.
Well, that depends on how much you play the game.
You mean for the bell?
Well, you still have to pay for the materials, but, well, let's just say it's for the labor.
The girls try to conspire to see what they can do to come up with $500 to fix it.
Well, out on the lawn after gym, I saw him and this other guy looking at the bell, and they said that it was broken. So I had this idea for us to get a new bell for our section gift. Don't you think it would feel good?
Get out of here with a signs wish. What's to guarantee me that you and you are going to do the same thing I did?
They decide to sell themselves. Prostitute.
We'll each take a candle, and after we each done it, we'll light one, and we won't stop until they're all lit.
Okay.
Dream on Saturday told is sure to come true, be it never so long.
They're a little weird too.
Dickory, 6 and 7, Alabone, Crackabone, 10 and 11, spin, spun, muscadone.
Chick number 1.
Duncan, I have to have $100.
Very good. Now don't you settle for less than 100.
I love him.
It doesn't matter. Come on, do your blouse up and let him undo it.
Richard, wake up. Wake up. Come on. Sony speaker, lifetime guarantee.
Now don't forget to moisten your eyes, wet your lips, and hold your belly.
And I have $33.42 worth.
I tell you what, I'll take the $33.42. And when you get the rest, I'll come back.
But, Brookie, he doesn't have any more money. Oh, you are beauty.
I believe this is a goofy professor.
That's a nice dog.
It's not a dog, it's a cat.
Oh, well that's nice too. Hiya, Byron.
His name is Coleridge. He's a pain in the ass. Shake hands with Shorty. Keats. Sure in life.
There's some seduction going on.
I love you too.
But nothing really happens between these two either.
Wonderful stuff. She took me to her elfin throat. Well, I did the best I could, Muse. Unfortunately, the best is yet to come.
But you were supposed to do it.
Patience.
You were supposed to do it and you didn't.
Quiet. I'll give you an A. 2 A's.
But how am I supposed to get the money?
Money? What money?
The $100. I have to get $100.
I believe this girl's name is Rainbow.
Hey, listen. Would you like to come with me?
I don't think I'm allowed.
Oh, but I could really use a good assistant.
And I believe this is Mallory.
Hi there. Would you like to have a party?
I beg your pardon?
Would you like to have a party? Would you like to go with me?
Well, I'm going to leave for another half hour anyway.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay if I finish my drink?
You better believe it.
You give command performances?
If the price is right. $100, baby. $100.
Yeah, you're dreaming, kid. Oh. And what are you going to be when you grow up?
I'm going to the city to be a top fashion model.
Again, nothing much happens.
A top model. I've seen hundreds of girls like you. get off the trains at Grand Central. They've got their portfolios. You're a dumb one. Don't you know they're gonna eat you up alive? Oh. Is this what turns you on? Well, there are millions like you, all waiting to make it with this thing. You think you could make this shutter click? Cost $7.50 a roll. I don't know if you're worth it.
So she does agree to some pictures.
Pretty good. How much do models get?
She's eventually going to take everything off, but I can't show you that.
$10 an hour?
Meanwhile, Rainbow and that guy were wandering naked through a field. This is right after they put bathrobes on.
Here I am.
This guy visits the dorm.
Rookie, what's going on here?
That's an Alka-Seltzer poster on the wall.
Valerie, let's see the speaker.
This is Sony, and it has a lifetime guarantee.
It's a good one.
Thus whispering, his warm, unnerved arm sank beyond a mortal man, impassioned far in these voluptuous accents.
And then the cops come. Or cop.
I make it a point never to follow the same pattern twice. That way, potential perpetrators cannot establish my MO.
What is your MO?
That's modus operandi. That's police talk.
A little later on.
Sleep solution!
Correct?
What is this?
Oh, Fanny, where you been? I've been waiting here for you.
Prudy, what are you doing in our section? There's a place here!
No, ladies, there's enough for everything. No.
Rainbow, I gotta find Rainbow.
Well, I'm sorry, but I had to go find her. Because I'm the only one who could find her. I'm the only one who wouldn't.
I'm the only one who can ever do anything around here. For the last 4 years, it's been going on like this.
You and your bright ideas, you're gonna get us all suspended with your bright ideas that are so much fun and so much adventure.
You know, poets have to experience good as well as bad. Keats wasn't always happy, you know.
I didn't forget about the poem. I didn't forget what you did.
Hey, do you think we could do my ceremony? Let's do Rainbow's ceremony.
I put my faith in you, and you let me down. As a result, we are going to be paid a visit this afternoon by Mr. Pruner. Mr. Pruner is a trustee of Agnes Wilford, and he is welcome here any time. I don't mind telling you that I hold my job at his pleasure.
Going up to Agnes Wilford?
Hi.
Well, hop in.
Mr. Pruner, I'm in trouble, and it's all your daughter's fault.
Now, my dear, don't cry. Don't cry. Just tell me all about it. What's she done this time?
All we wanted to do was buy a bell for the school. She keeps getting in the way.
She can be troublesome.
Now run along, girls.
What were you doing with my father?
Oh, Pruny, go wind your grandfather clock. I got it. I'm wearing my white sandals. Oh, she did it. You got it.
Just Mr. Pruner, that's all. And now you get the bell.
Better wait on that. I've got one more thing to do.
It's tradition in our family.
So they eventually got the money.
To go to BLAZER. But I'm gonna go to Europe with Pam. Oh, that's nice.
Are you as beautiful as Don says?
This guy's blind.
I don't know.
The movie basically ends with her and the blind man getting it on.
The biggest surprise was Pruny. She and Barrett are living in Greenwich Village and sharing an apartment. And a very young poet.
There's a little prologue of what
They
happened to
go
our
on
characters.
dates in Paris. There's nothing like living on the left bank for improving your French. So light another candle for the BLAZERs. In the words of another poet, we didn't go out with a whimper. We went out with a bang.
All right, let's talk about Naughty Schoolgirls. Otherwise, they're actually originally known as the BLAZER Girls because of the blue blazers they wore, I guess. I don't know. It's a 1975 exploitation film. It's an American-made. It kind of looks like a lot of the German ones that I've reviewed in the past from overseas. But no, this one's American-made, starring a bunch of actresses I never heard of before. The main actress, her name was, I can't remember, Melinda Mandam or something like that. I don't know. She played Pam. She was the main character here. What we got here is a bunch of girls. Now, I assume they're college girls. I don't know. But they're at this school, this girls' school, and like this bell, which is outside, broke. Like the big bell, like the Liberty Bell type of deal. And they decide as their senior gift or whatever, they're going to fix the bell or get a new bell. It's going to cost $500 though. Now this is 1975. $500 is a lot of money, so they're naturally going to prostitute themselves. 5 girls earn $100 each. Boom, you got it. Each one thinks they can get $100 for, you know, one tryst, I guess you could say. And they go about trying to get it, and eventually they have some problems. They don't get it. You know, one guy only has $33. She takes the money. You know, let me know when you get the rest. I'll come back type of deal. They don't have a lot of luck, but eventually they are able to get the money together with a little help from a couple people. And it wasn't even really clear at the end if they actually presented it or fixed the bell. We never really saw that. There was just a lot of stuff going on. They were getting in trouble at school. There was the police involved. There was, you know, some hanky-panky going on. Not a lot, though, for this. And then they cut away at the end of this movie. Our main girl, Pam, is like with this blind guy who she saw earlier at the bell when she was talking to the guy who was offering to fix the bell. I don't know who he was. His name was Homer, I think. But they ended up doing it. And then our movie kind of ends. I don't know. It's just a weird film. It doesn't really show... There's like major plot points that are brought up, and then they're never really resolved. It just kind of ends. We think everything was fine with the bell, or maybe I just missed it. I don't know, but whatever. That's Naughty Schoolgirls. You don't watch it for the main plot. You watch it for the naked ladies, which it did provide. However, it's not as tawdry as some films of this ilk may have been. It's even weird to say, but there was kind of like a sweetness to it, if you can believe that, with college girls prostituting themselves. But there was. There was just kind of like an innocence to it, because I think they were all like supposed to be like virgins too. I don't know, but whatever. I'd be hard-pressed to find a bunch of virgins who would agree to prostitute themselves for money, but whatever. 1975, who knows what the hell happened back then. That's it. Naughty Schoolgirls. I don't know if this is available on DVD in any other form other than this one here, the 6-pack, Volume 2, that Code Red put out. Now, if you've seen some of my reviews about these 6-pack volumes, they made 3 of these. They only made 500 each, so they're pretty rare. I looked on eBay just before I recorded this, and there were no copies available. However, there was 1 copy of Volume 3 that sold back in December, which was about 3 months ago. So that's it. They are rare. So if you're looking for these things, put a search on eBay for them. They'll pop up periodically. Snatch them when you can. I was lucky to get all 3 in the same afternoon. One seller was selling all 3 separately. I had to win them on auctions. This is about 5.5 years ago. I remember I was in the middle of Utah driving, and I was worried I wasn't going to have a signal, but eventually I got a signal like 20 minutes before the auctions ended, so I was able to snipe them all at the end, and I got them. So I'm glad I did, because they're rare. They usually go, if you get them, for about $50 a piece. The one that went in December went for like $46, so we're right on target. So, but yeah, they're rare and they're cool. They each have 6 movies on them. They're probably movies that maybe Code Red was intending to release in a good form, but then they just said, fuck it, let's just put them all on one disc or one volume and just put them out the way they are. Now, the audio and the video of this particular film was not the greatest. In fact, it's probably the worst of all the 6-pack movies I've seen. There was some audio glitches, and the film throughout the whole thing was they had like pink spots all over the place, which I'm sure you saw there, and some green sizzle at one point. But whatever. Where else are you going to see Naughty Schoolgirls? It's a forgotten film, and wow. Anyway, check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about the Naughty Schoolgirls. Watch it. Bye.